Good morning and welcome to Winhill in autumn. The plan today is to walk up Winhill, around Hope Spring and down through the woodlands along the side of Ladybower. I'm hoping for some brilliant autumn colours. Today I started down by Yorkshire Bridge and I've just wandered up to this path that leads to New Barn. Now I'm going up the side of Winhill. I'm avoiding Parking Clough today. The path I'm following meets this larger track at the fence. Now it is left uphill. I've chosen this route as it is less steep than via Parking Clough. Getting out of the forest now and climbing up these steps that eventually lead to the summit of Winhill. Very misty today. Just see Ladybower Reservoir. As I pan round a little bit, you can see the clag on the top of Stanage Edge. Final climb up to the summit of Winhill. Unusual that this is empty today. It could be because of the mist that is obscuring the usual excellent view. A quick pan around from the summit of Winhill. You can just pick out the various parts of Ladybower Reservoir. Today there's no view over to Stanage Edge. I've walked down from the summit of Winhill along this excellent path. The mist seems to be lowering and it's quite wet. Now time for my jacket. The path follows along the ridge, Hope Brink. This path is well used by both cyclists and walkers. My route is to follow this path until I reach the forest. panorama in the mist, starting with Loose Hill. Then sunshine in the Edale Valley, and even sunshine up the A57, the Snake Road. Here are the twin summits of Crook Hill. And finally I go around to see the mist on Winhill. The hill ahead of me, covered in trees, is Wooler Knoll and marks my way into the forest. I've come to the wall which I'm going to follow down to the forest and have my coffee. If you want to make this a longer walk, you can continue along the path all the way to Hope Cross and go through the forest further down there. But for today, it's time for a coffee at these trees, then walk through the forest to get down to Ladybower Reservoir. Over to my left and through the trees, you can just see Wooler Knoll. The path here goes straight downhill, and I mean straight downhill. Today it looks more like a river than a path. On my left, there are some interesting toadstools to be seen as I walk downhill. Decided to walk straight down to Ladybower Reservoir. To walk along the side of the reservoir for longer. Could go straight ahead here, but it does wiggle about a bit and it is a bit of a muddy path. Right, down to Ladybower Reservoir, then turn left after 100 metres, as it says on the sign. I am near the bottom of this forest path and I can see the track around Ladybower. Watch out for squirrels. I've arrived at the good track that goes around the side of Ladybower Reservoir, through the trees. Just over the lake is the noisy A57, with cars travelling from Manchester to Sheffield.
The path around Ladybower has nearly reached the dam. I thought I would give my review of today. I started climbing Win Hill up to the mist around the trig point, then a leisurely walk down the ridge of Hope Brink to the forest. I walked through the forest to reach this path around Ladybower. The walk down the side of Ladybower was at its best as I walked through the forest in the autumn colours. My car is just around the corner, so thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.